What's up guys, it's Tommy here and welcome to a very interesting Liverpool news video where we report that one of the biggest Liverpool accounts on X, or Twitter as they used to call it, comes out with an exclusive news that Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk have both signed a new contract to extend their stay at Liverpool. Just for clarification, I don't follow them on Twitter. They are elaborating that Liverpool, who remain tight-lipped on the situation, want to avoid putting the spotlight on Trent Alexander-Arnold by not actually revealing and announcing officially that both Salah and Van Dijk signed a new contract. Of course, Trent Alexander-Arnold is yet to agree a new deal. Robbie Fowler actually had this theory a couple of weeks ago. He did an interview where he said he has this theory that both Salah and Van Dijk have already agreed new contracts with Liverpool, but they haven't officially announced it yet, just to avoid putting all the heat on the third player who is yet to sign, which is Trent Alexander-Arnold. So let me know guys, do you think that this could be true? Do you think there could be legs in this story? It doesn't make sense, the Liverpool fans said, for both Salah and Van Dijk to remain tight-lipped about the situation. If this information has leaked, it would create even more pressure on Trent Alexander-Arnold in a way without clarification. And one of the people who is running this Anfield Edition account says that this is not my exclusive and I have absolutely no inside information, but I've been advised that the source for this information is very reliable and he wouldn't put his reputation on the line if it wasn't true. I believe this 100%. It doesn't add up. What reputation when there is actually no official source behind this information? That's what is really concerning to me. I wanted to report on the broader context of Salah and Van Dijk and where this contract situation is at. Mohamed Salah is actually made a joke about leaving Liverpool for the money, he joked, in a behind-the-scenes conversation with Gary Lineker. And Gary Lineker, and I quote him, told the Rest is Football podcast, which I'm a big fan of, with Michael Richards and Alan Shearer. Gary Lineker said about Salah, "He's a lovely guy. I spent 10 minutes with him when I went to visit Arne Slot. He was just being funny. He asked me, 'How old were you?' So Salah asked Lineker, 'How old were you when you finished?' 'Well, English football I finished when I was 32 years old and then I went to play in Japan for a couple of years.' And Salah went, 'So you went for the money, did you?' 'Well, yeah, I suppose so,' Lineker answered. And then Salah went, 'Yeah, I might do the same.' He winked at the Liverpool press guy that was there. So it was just a joke, but he got that cheeky sense of humor. And Salah is notoriously joking around when you see the behind the scenes videos at Liverpool FC. And if he was really leaving, then he wouldn't be joking about this and he wouldn't be winding up the press guy. So maybe there is already an agreement, or they are close to an agreement with Salah and Van Dijk. They just don't want to reveal it because there is no upside of revealing it right now. They can wait until the end of the season to reveal it when Liverpool have already sealed the Premier League title. I think that would be the best time to reveal that Salah and Van Dijk is staying, and who knows what Trent Alexander-Arnold will do. So this actually gives me a little bit more confidence that Salah is joking about leaving Liverpool and winking to the press guy, because if he was really thinking about leaving, then he wouldn't joke about it, because that's not what you do if you want to leave. And Salah numerous times have said that he wants to stay, Van Dijk wants to stay as well. So hopefully it's just a matter of time when Liverpool announce that they have signed a new contract. And in the meantime, we Liverpool fans should concentrate on what happens on the pitch. Liverpool play the League Cup semi-final second leg against Tottenham tomorrow. And even the manager, Arne Slot, said that Mo Salah is wise enough to make the right decision about his future. He said everybody wants him, including us. We want Salah to extend his contract, of course, as well. I'm not surprised that Saudi clubs want him, but I wouldn't be surprised if other countries want him as well. He's old enough and he's wise enough and he has done so so many smart things in his career that he will make the right decision for himself and hopefully for us as well. And of course, Arne Slot said, of course I speak to these players. I speak to them not every day like the sporting director Richard Hughes does, but quite a lot, and it would be ridiculous if in all of these times I speak to them, we have never spoken about the future. Of course we do speak about the future of their careers, the future of Liverpool FC, and you probably also know that's not something I'm going to discuss in public. It's not only with the free that are out of contract, we also talk about the future things with the other players as well. It's a non-stop process talking to your players. It's also a non-stop process that I will not reveal the exact conversations in public, because those are private conversations between Arne Slot and each player. And Paul Merson has another interesting theory. Let me know if you are sick and tired of these theories. I'm actually really interested in how different people view these contract sagas. And Paul Merson said that if Liverpool win the Premier League title, then Trent, Salah and Van Dijk might just leave the club on an absolute high. Paul Merson said that the notion that all three players have not extended their contracts yet is telling. And Paul Merson said, I don't think any of those three stay if Liverpool win the Premier League this season. I don't see why they haven't signed now. It's a lot of money, and every week that goes past, we are talking about millions of pounds that they are losing by not committing by now. Millions. No one has signed yet. Why wouldn't you sign? When Liverpool won the league last time they won it, in COVID, it wasn't the same. Nobody was there. Everybody there wants Liverpool to win it in front of the cup, in front of a full stadium, and in front of their fans again. But if they want it again, all three of them will go. This is Paul Merson's opinion, not mine, of course. I don't know what else they can do at Liverpool. It's the holy grail, winning in front of the cup. It wasn't the same last time. It was sad to see. If this was Man City in this position now, we would be talking about the quadruple. Nobody talks about it when Liverpool have a chance. And they do have a chance of winning the quadruple, but I like it that nobody talks about it, because when we chased the quadruple the last time, it blew up in our face. We only won the League Cup and the FA Cup. It was still a wildly successful season, but we lost the Champions League final to Real Madrid in absolutely heartbreaking fashion, where Liverpool had like 22 shots and Real Madrid only had like 3, and Liverpool still lost that Champions League final. We also lost the Premier League title race on the last day when Man City were 2-0 down to Steven Gerrard managed Aston Villa, and they still won the game, and that was an absolute heartbreaking end to the season. So the less we are talking about the quadruple, the better, because Liverpool fans know all too well that talk is not productive. You just concentrate on the next game, try to win that, and let's see where that takes us. Arne Slot said that Liverpool's squad is so good that Liverpool didn't need January signings. He said, maybe there are not many managers that have such a good squad as I have. So I've said many times, we have a very good squad. And if you look at the league table, I think the players have shown that the trust we have in them was correct. And we don't have, apart from Trent now, maybe for a few days, but we don't have many injuries. No, not long-term injuries in moments that the transfer window is open. I think that if Liverpool had a couple of long-term injuries, maybe in the same position, that's when Liverpool would have signed somebody. But even Trent Alexander-Arnold's injury is not serious. He could be even back for the weekend, or hopefully for the Merseyside derby. Trent will miss the Tottenham game, and probably against Plymouth. No point risking him, and let's let him come back against Everton next midweek. So we did have some injury problems with Alisson, Diogo Jota and some other spots, but at the moment I think apart from Trent, they are all available again today. And quite a lot of Arsenal fans are claiming Liverpool had no injuries, which is an absolute nonsense, because Alisson was out for 2 months. Jota is out for more than 2 months now if you add up his injuries. And Konate was out for 6 weeks. So those are 3 regular starters for Liverpool that are missing. I think if Jota is fit and firing, he starts up front in Liverpool's best team. And Liverpool coped brilliantly. Maybe that's why not many people talk about their injury problems, because Liverpool generally picked up points even with many injuries. And there is not a reason, Arne Slot said, to add something to the team unless you have a chance in the market. That's something we saw last time with the goalkeeper we brought in, Mamardashvili. He's not here, but we brought him in because we saw it as a chance in the market. But for now, we are happy with the team we have. And I think Liverpool ultimately made the smart decision, because who knows how many big players will stay, how many will leave at the end of the season. Hopefully all 3 big players stay, and then we can sort out the contracts of Konate and maybe Luis Diaz as well. And Arne Slot praised Virgil van Dijk as well. He said, Van Dijk is the one who leads the team from start to finish. So when I go out on the training ground and blow on my whistle, I will hear one player for sure, and that is Virgil. And a look at Van Dijk's statistics this season show that he's making more interceptions and tackles than in any point in his Liverpool career, and more clearances than in his first full campaign at Liverpool. There could be a simple explanation. Liverpool have a little bit less possession than in previous seasons, 58%. Usually we had above 60% possession under Jurgen Klopp. And as you can see, Liverpool, Van Dijk is having the most tackles, the most interceptions, and apart from his first season, the most clearances for Liverpool in any of their previous seasons. Having less of the ball has led to a marginal dip at Van Dijk's touches and passes per game. But there has been a clear intent by Van Dijk to set the tone in games. And his passing accuracy is the highest out of any other season, which is fantastic. Van Dijk said, I am in a position where you can see how the opponent puts pressure on us. Are the opponent's fullbacks high or not? Do they play with 1 or 2 controlling midfielders? There are different options every time. I've talked about it with the coach since day one. We sat down with images. The development after that has only been good. I'm really enjoying it here. He has asked a lot of me, but I like that. So it's music to my ears that both Salah and Van Dijk have repeatedly said that they love it here under the new manager and they want to stay. Hopefully Liverpool can come to a compromise. Maybe Liverpool also want to collect more data on Van Dijk and Salah, because if you have almost their full season and how they performed, Van Dijk is 33, Salah is 32. That could give Liverpool even more information to decide what kind of contract we should offer Van Dijk and Salah, because we are not offering them contracts because of their past performance. We are offering them contracts because Liverpool believe that in the future they could be and they can be major contributors to Liverpool's success on the pitch, and that's what maybe Liverpool want to see, what kind of season they will have. At the end of the season we can judge their full season. And Van Dijk said when he was asked about Salah's incredibly high goal tally, Salah is now number 6 in the Premier League all-time goal scoring charts with 178 goals. He said, let's make it more, let's keep going. Salah has been obviously amazing for the football club over all those years. I see the hard work he puts in, but the numbers speak for themselves. It's an outstanding performance and he is a phenomenal player. And Alisson was also in awe of Salah, saying Salah is quality. He knows how important he is for the team. When he scores, defending is something he doesn't like to do, but he does it for the team. We need to stay humble and take each game as it comes, and I really like this attitude. I also wanted to touch on some of the uproar around Liverpool's lack of transfer activity, and I understand why many people have been criticizing FSG, because last season we were in a great position in January. We didn't sign anyone in January, and then in the second half of the season we had a lot of injury problems throughout the whole season, and because of the lack of transfers, Liverpool's squad have just fell short and we fell away both in the FA Cup and in the Premier League. And we could have genuinely won those 2 trophies, maybe with 1 or 2 more signings. But this season I think is different. Not only are Liverpool better than last season, we also have almost a fully fit squad, barring the Trent Alexander-Arnold injury. So Liverpool are much better equipped for the challenges of the second half of the season. A Liverpool fan said, yes, FSG aren't perfect owners. They have made mistakes and they definitely lacked ambition at times. According to her, it's embarrassing seeing a section of the Liverpool fan base saying they want FSG out protests, because we didn't sign anyone. We are top of the league with the practically fully fit squad with quality depth to it. In other words, just bore off. If you can't enjoy the success now, when will you? Enjoy the success rather than fuming about the lack of signings. I mean, I can understand where she's coming from, but you can also understand some Liverpool fans why they are critical of FSG, because so many times Liverpool were in a position of strength. Like after winning the Champions League in 2019, winning the Premier League in 2020. And we desperately missed those transfers in later years. And Liverpool have ran the whole squad into the ground in the quadruple chasing season in 2022. And the next season, Liverpool collapsed and finished only 5th. And with the strengthening when Liverpool were on top in the Premier League, in the Champions League, if you were to strengthen then, Liverpool maybe would have won even more trophies with Jurgen Klopp. It's very hard to judge that, of course. But Liverpool can definitely use a new left back, and Liverpool can definitely use a left-sided centre back and maybe even a defensive midfielder. We need to sign a new striker and maybe sell Darwin Núñez as well. But let's judge the owners at the end of the season whether they extend the contracts of Salah, Van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold, and also let's judge the owners after the summer transfer window. Because if Liverpool win the Premier League and the League Cup, and if we extend the contracts of Salah and Van Dijk, who knows, maybe Trent wants to leave to Real Madrid. I think that would be the kind of the easiest thing to stomach, because Trent Alexander-Arnold has been very inconsistent this season, and I'm not sure losing him would be like the absolute worst. I think losing Van Dijk or Salah would hurt Liverpool a lot more. And let's judge the owners at the end of the season, and let's judge them on what they do in the summer transfer window and what they do with these contract talks with Salah, Van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold. And I want FSG out protests if they let two of these big stars leave. There is absolutely no excuse for not extending Salah and Van Dijk's contracts. They both want to stay. They are both having their best season in a Liverpool shirt, so just extend their contracts. And also there is absolutely no excuse for FSG not to spend a huge amount of money in the summer, and I'm talking net spend. At least £100 million net spend needs to be spent in the summer transfer window to strengthen the squad, because we still have a lot of money left over because of not spending in the previous transfer windows. That's my verdict. Let me know yours in the comments below, and thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later, guys. Goodbye.